Hi guys. So I posted yesterday and now I posted today because, Daily Talks with me. And I've come to the conclusion that my other videos were not about, well, they were about me, just not about my disability. So I've come to the conclusion of talking about my hard times in school. You're going to get real emotional.
Why?
It's very sad. So, my friends here, by the way.
Prepare to cry, Bella.
Yeah.
You start films on as well.
Yeah, I'm watching 5 Feet Apart again.
Why do you have to do this to me?
I'm sorry.
I think I'm already crying.
I haven't said anything to you yet. Okay. Well, actually, I might spare the story. Actually, this story is going to be about my operation.
No, you can do that because I don't really mind.
No, my operation's a lot more nicer.
Come on, I want to hear the other one. So
Nope, I changed my mind. So, I have, along with my disability, I have scoliosis. I saw like a snake. Scoliosis.
Hiss away.
My type of scoliosis is where my back was not straight. My back went, which means I was sitting on my spine. So, my friend is really freaking out by that. I was sitting on my spine, which was also kind of crushing my lung a bit, which is going to sound weird, but I was sitting on my butt. So I was literally sitting on my... That does not make sense. I was sitting on my spine, basically. So my spine rod, I was sitting on it. They came to the conclusion that nothing was helping. I had the standing frame, which was really not helping. The standing frame wasn't for my back, the standing frame was for my legs. They came from the conclusion, stretch your legs, you might be able to walk. Yeah, that didn't work. Yeah, that didn't work out. So they decided to go, hey, you're going to have an operation. Which I did. 9.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes to me. Yep, my mum did not like the idea of a 9.5 hour operation. And surprisingly, I was the fastest person to get out of recovery. They had like 34-year-old people in there still recovering after like 3 weeks. I was the fastest out of them to recover. A big accomplishment for me is with the operation. Before the operation, I had to sit with my back leaning on something. In the hospital, I was sitting up like this, nothing behind me, which was quite impressive. This was in Halloween time, so after my operation, what did I decide to do? My very dumb mind says, Brew, you're going to do a race after just coming out of hospital 3 days later. And my mum didn't agree on that, but she still let me do it. So I did a race. After the operation, I was very, very confused. The only thing I ate was literally, specifically, one ready salted crisp. One. Not even the whole of it, literally a bite. And that was my meal for the day. They wouldn't let me drink for some reason. I don't even know that. Oh, good. So I didn't drink, I didn't eat, I just slept. Which slept for like 2 days straight without waking up. I was in like whole hibernation. So that was pretty cool. I felt like a tortoise. I felt like Terry. The sad part hasn't happened yet. I don't think there is any sad. There is one sad part. Hey, I don't know why you're crying at this. You should be crying at the film which I'm about to put on. Oh, this film is so sad.
She didn't even cry, I did.
I think the reason she cried is because she doesn't have a disability or like an illness, like a bad illness.
I did. I had the bug.
That's not an illness. A chronic illness is like my disability or their disability. They have cystic fibrosis, man.
I love it
She's
when
just
I
not
wind
getting
her up.
anything.
She winds me up all the time, so I love it when I wind her up.
I hate it. The reason I didn't cry is I have a disability. I know it feels like, it's like, yeah, okay.
I know what Joke's hat is.
Where is it?
It's behind you.
Is it? No, it isn't. Here it is. I got Jughead's hat. I haven't told you that. So, the sad part is when my family came to visit me, everyone thought I was dead, because I was that asleep. I was going to make 2 stories in one video if I have time. So, me and my mum bonded a lot. We did tattoos, we did pumpkins. The hospital actually let us carve out pumpkins. I ate quite a lot while I was there. Still didn't gain weight, as you can see. Oh! I gained a little weight. No, wait. Yeah, change my mind. No, I didn't. Well, I was dead excited then. I was like, I gained weight. And I'm like, oh, no, I didn't.
That's not a good thing.
What, gaining weight?
Yeah, you get fat.
For me, it is. If I don't gain weight, I'll end up with a peg feed. A hole in my stomach with a tube in it. Yeah, not the nicest thing. They said this time next year I'll probably be having it.
And guess what I said? I'm not visiting you.
Ugh.
Because I'll throw up.
The thought of something in my stomach. Ugh.
Now stop talking about it.
She's freaking out. So that's that story. I was able to get out of hospital pretty quick. I was doing good.
Yes.
This is my pneumonia story. And she hates it. My pneumonia story is the time I nearly died. See, I recently had an argument with my brother the day before I went into hospital. He did not visit me or even ask about me. But I was doing good. I didn't need him. I had my other brother instead, who has looked out for me ever since I had the argument with my other brother, Louis. He got me a PlayStation. He gave me unconditional love, and he was very worried about me. He was convinced this was the end of me. He was convinced this is it. I'm done. I'm gone. He visited me twice in one day, and then 3 times in one day. He was convinced this is me losing the fight of life, which in some ways it was. I had a very high risk of dying with the disability and the chest infection both on my back. But me convinced myself if I did die, I wouldn't be able to watch Riverdale. So I pounded through. I look very energetic. I should not have hurt my hand. You good? Look at this girl. You can't even look at me in the eye. So.
Anyway, you know what I've been through. Like mine.
Do you know what I'm going through?
Yeah.
Yeah, sucks.
Well, can I tell you one thing, guys? When I stay for sleepovers, her mask is very loud.
Oh, it's so loud.
It goes.
It's not beeping anymore, by the way.
It went beep beep beep, and once it went beep beep beep, and then it like. Will that mask ever fucking?
Yeah, it stopped beeping now. No one fixed it.
Why? What was wrong with it?
I don't know. Say something like emergency care. And if what's emergency care when you're beeping? How's that going to help? So,
beep 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 beep. Did she say?
My brother was convinced this was the end. This was me gone. But it wasn't. As you can see, I'm here. I'm healthy. I'm alive. I'm very hungry still. I need to eat something. Wait, you try and act like you're asleep. I know you.
No, I'm trying to cry.
I'm trying to cry. That's me. I need to cry, but I can't cry. Don't drop the coke. Change my mind. I'm going to eat these squashies.
You'll throw up.
I'm not going to eat the squashies.
Why?
I don't like squashies, do I? What food did we bring up? Oh, no, I have a boost. Never had a boost bar, by the way.
Never get. Breaking boys.
What's happening with me?
Never guess who I met. Tall, large,
Not her.
Henry VIII.
So, can I carry on telling my sad story?
No.
So, I had this nurse one day. Not the nicest nurse. I was on a neb, which makes me cough. Not the nicest thing either. It's really disgusting, I think. So people with nebs, how do you get through that? So this nurse, she wasn't horrible. I think she was trying to do her job. But what the way she was doing it, not the best. Finally, I've opened it. So I was having that there. She goes, just try and do this, you'll be good. And I was like, okay. So I said, sorry, but I can't do it. I really don't like it. She goes, oh, okay then. A fact about me is I cannot have medicine through a syringe. I will throw up because when I have my operation, will you do you mind?
Well, I can't be bothered to eat my lollipop.
When I had my operation, my back operation, this woman gave me a liquid medicine. I couldn't have injections or tablets. That freaked me out then. The medicine, whatever was in that syringe, purely and simply could not have been medicine. Because I had that and it just tasted grim.
Can I cut something?
So I threw up. Like The Exorcist. It was literally it.
Don't mention sick in my life ever fucking again. Ever again. Because
These are actually really nice.
hate it when people say
Yeah.
throw it up.
So I threw up. And so I can't have liquid medicine. So this woman, this nurse, I say, woke me up at 2 a.m. saying, it's time for your meds, it's time for your meds. I go, just stick it through my hand. I won't even notice. That's what the other nurses have been doing. So I go, yeah, okay then, time for my meds. She goes, just have this syringe in your mouth and it'll be all good. Me at 2 a.m, not knowing what to do, says, yeah, sure. Still half asleep, by the way. She sticks it in my mouth. Ew, 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 ew.
Do not mention the
I'm
word.
not, I wasn't sick. But whatever was in that syringe could not have been medicine. It was grim. I go, I'm sorry, and I spat it out, and I had to get rid of that taste. I tasted it all through the next morning. She was pushing me on the... Can you move? You're blocking the camera. She was pushing me on my bed. Going, just go to sleep. You can't taste this. I'm like, yes, I can. I know me. I have a lot of bad hospital situations. But I can't be bothered to say them in one story. Because this will turn into an hour-long video. So yeah. I'm going to go play Truth or Dare with my friend. And watch 5 Feet Apart. And cry and eat.
Well, me cry, not her.
I think I'll cry.
Fuck off.
I'm ready to cry.
She cried at Toy Story, not 5
That
Feet
was
Apart.
sad. Woody left. Hey, bye guys.